Hey everybody, this is Jim at Purdue Band Fan, and today I've got Alexa Phillips with me. Over the course of the hi Alexa, over the course of the fall, I interview people in the band so that the visitors to Purdue Band Fan get an idea of who the folks are. And of course, this year we have a new Golden Girl, number what, Alexa?
28.
28. So you're the 28th Golden Girl.
Yes.
At Purdue, and the first in 6 years or so. Mary Beth Cox was 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little about yourself. Where did you grow up?
I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
I have two twin brothers,
Oh, wow.
and my dad's a pilot, my mom's a teacher, and they have season tickets, so they're going to come all the time.
Good. And your dad's with Southwest Airlines, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
And I fly on Southwest a lot, so maybe he'll
There
be
you
my
go.
pilot
See
someday.
him.
How old are your twin brothers?
They're 14.
14. Do they twirl?
No, they do not.
I'll bet they don't. Do they play an instrument?
They have before. I don't know if they'll end up doing it
Yeah.
or pursuing it or not, but
So are they what, freshmen in high school?
they're going to be their 8th grade this year.
Oh, okay. How did you pick up a baton? When did that start? How old were you?
I was 4, but I've been going to the gym ever before that because my mom coached. So I did it, and I originally lived in Massachusetts when I did it because that's where she coached, and then I moved to Florida, and one of my friend's neighbors was actually a twirling coach, and then I've been with her ever since
Well,
when I moved to
so
Florida.
at 4, it really wasn't your choice, was it? Probably mom or sort of suggested that you start twirling?
Actually, she didn't want me to twirl for the longest time.
Wow.
Not because she didn't like it, obviously, but just because, I don't know, in Massachusetts, when competition twirling, if you, it's really easy to get wins and move up really fast, and sometimes if you move up too fast, you get really discouraged because the competition gets a lot harder. But I begged and begged and begged, and eventually, by the time I was 6, I actually went to my first nationals at Notre Dame in 2001, which is a long time ago.
So at that age, if you go to a competition and you lose, is it really a bummer?
I think by that age it's almost easier because you're so oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, like if you get a 10th place medal or a 1st place medal, it looks the same
Yeah.
in a 6 years old.
So I bet you have a lot of medals in your bedroom, huh?
Quite a few.
What is the biggest one, the most important to you over the years?
I've won a couple things at nationals, but one that really stuck with me a lot is Corps Member and Team Member of the Year. I have a team back in Orlando, the Sun Dancers. We just had a brand new corps that we did, Mary Poppins, and when I was Mary Poppins, which is cool.
Oh yeah, sure.
And for the competition for Corps Member of the Year, you have to have like an interview, and you have to have a letter of recommendation, and then you get announced in the big show and stuff. So that was really cool because I won, but I still got to represent my team, which was super fun.
So when did you start thinking about Purdue as a university and the Golden Girl position?
I knew that the Golden Girl position was like super great. I almost didn't even send in my DVD just because I was like, oh, it's too prestigious. Like, I don't know if I'll get it, but I did. And I don't know, when I came to the campus, there was just something about it. And actually, what really struck me was something that happened like a couple years ago when Mary Beth won College Risk Manager of America. I remember during her farewell performance, Jay, the band director that we still have now, came and did or was there for her farewell performance. I thought that was really cool because like band directors don't normally care that much, you know.
They're music people, not.
It definitely struck me. And then Purdue has a really good veterinary program, and that's what I wanted to do. So it was hard to get like twirling and my major in one school, but Purdue, I had that with Purdue, and both at really prestigious levels. So
Your major is
no-brainer.
your major is veterinary medicine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and obviously someday you want to be a vet because you can't be a professional twirler, huh?
No, unfortunately, that doesn't work.
Yeah. What was it like when you tried out? Walk us through. I mean, I don't think everybody understands the level of competition, and it's make it or break it in what, 3 or 4 minutes of a routine, right?
That's true. Well, it starts with a DVD. You have to send in a DVD of live performances throughout the years, and then the finalists get invited back from your DVDs. There were about 30, I think, girls, if I were to estimate correctly, that tried out, not just for the Golden Girl position, but for all 4 positions and the twirling team. And during the live audition process, you have to do 3 routines. One's a down the field, one's like a multiple baton routine, and then the other one would be a routine to the Hail Purdue fight song. So I had to learn those words, which was cool.
Okay.
Really fast, but I still know them, so it's okay. And then you have to have a personal interview, and it goes really fast. So during the interview, you're like trying to catch your breath, but it's fun.
So after the performance, did you feel good about your effort? Did you think you had it?
I did. I prepped really, really hard for my interview. I knew that I had like 5 or 6 auditions lined up. Purdue was my first one, but I knew that Purdue was probably like the best option for me. So I prepped really hard. I was like, I'm going to be the 28th. It's Ross-Ade Stadium, like all the basics. I felt really good about my interview and pretty good about my performance.
So then the performance, the tryout is over, and you go what, back home before you find the results, or?
No, not even.
Not even.
The tryout was done at 10, and then I got a call by like 1 o'clock saying, hey, we want you. I'm just like, oh, wow, that was fast.
What was that moment like?
Crazy. Lots of mixed emotions.
Mom and Dad were here?
No, the worst, yes, my mom was here. The worst part was, he called me before and he was like, well, how serious are you about coming to Purdue? So I'm like, I'm pretty serious, it's one of my first choices. He's like, okay, well, I just wanted to get that covered, I'll call you back. And I'm like, you'll call me back? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I have to wait? But
yeah.
It was worth it, obviously, so.
Wow. So we're just a few days removed from your first game. How was that? Were you nervous? What was it like the very first time in Ross-Ade Stadium?
It was super fun. I actually wasn't as nervous as I thought I would be. Over being here, I've come to figure out that they already love you because you're the golden girl. They don't, I still obviously want to do a good job, but so many people are in love with whoever she is,
right,
regardless. So that was really cool to get to see that relationship, firsthand, I guess. But the stadium was super duper full, which was cool because I wasn't expecting that, especially for pregame.
Sure.
But it was so fun.
So when you walk around campus, do you hear people saying, there's the golden girl?
I don't wear makeup on a daily basis like I do when I perform.
Yes, of course.
So I don't know if they recognize me.
Yeah, maybe not.
But if they know, they'll be like, oh, this is Alexa, she's a golden girl. I'm just like, yeah.
Does it make you feel good?
Yeah, it does, but I don't know.
So would it be your goal to be the golden girl for the next 4 years?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And yet you have to try out every year.
I do. It kind of keeps people on their toes, I think. I don't know. I agree with it. I hope it plays in my favor, but I agree with it.
So what else about Purdue? You're as a freshman in college. It's new. The classes are different compared to high school. What are you liking about college so far?
It's cool being on my own and having my own little space.
Yeah.
I like how it's so big, even though it's super intimidating. My high school was relatively big, but not too big. So it's cool seeing a whole bunch of different people all the time and getting new experiences and stuff. And I actually rushed, so I'm part of Greek life now, which is cool. So I don't know, I'm just getting my feet wet and getting the whole college thing.
How are the classes going?
Well, it's, I'm in 3 really big lecture halls, actually 4 out of the 5 classes. I have one class that's 30, but everyone else is or every other class is over 100 people.
Oh.
So that's difficult, but you just have to stay on top of it. It's a lot more work for me than work.
Homework, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So kind of finishing up, talk to me about the Purdue band. Your impressions of it compared to your high school band, the music that they play, the whole performance issue. What is your reaction to all of that?
I really liked, I was a part of the color guard and a twirler for my high school, but it's really different with college. I don't know, we get treated a lot more like adults, which is refreshing.
Yeah.
The songs are really, really fun. I think we worry more about having fun than my band was super competitive, I think. So it's really nice to just be able to go out and have a good time and still do a good job. And it's really different, 100 people versus 400 people.
Yeah, for sure.
So the sound's definitely a lot cooler. But
the sound is much better, isn't
yeah,
it?
Definitely.
When I was a freshman, that's the thing that really impressed me was how well the band played compared to high school.
Yeah, and how well they catch on, I feel like. Because we learn a new show every week, which I think is also fun. Because in high school, you learn the first part of the show and the second and the third, and like you do your full show like twice.
Yeah, that is something new, especially at Purdue, where every week's a new show. And that means you have to be at different places of the field
That's true.
every week. And
I'm going to be very in shape by the end of the season.
You will be, yeah. And you have to dodge the big bass drum on occasions.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Because they come barreling down the field.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, I think we talked about a lot of things. Is there anything that we left out that you'd want to share before we terminate this?
I'm just really thankful, I guess. I don't know, being from Florida, I never knew that like I knew the Golden Girl was obviously like a big deal, but I don't know, people like really, like I get people that come up to me and they're like, I've had a picture with every Golden Girl since I've graduated. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I guess that's, like people
Yeah.
really like this.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm just really thankful to be a part of it.
I think when you walk around campus, you have to be a little more cognizant of, for example, how you behave, what you're wearing, because people are going to say, that's the Golden Girl. And
That's true.
You can't just be yourself sometimes, maybe.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm the Golden Girl, but I'm still Alexa.
You are
like,
still Alexa, right. Okay.
Like if people, they're obviously gonna like me normally because I'm the Golden Girl, but at the same time, I want them to like me for me too. And I'm not really like when I'm in my uniform, I'm gonna act like professional and stuff, but at the same time, I'm still gonna be myself. So I hope they like it.
How are mom and dad doing now that you're not at home?
Good. My mom was so thrilled to be here. I think she posted like 10 statuses on Facebook about her weekend.
Good for her.
But I'll see her again this weekend, so
Well,
and
good.
my dad. And it's my dad's birthday on Saturday.
So, oh, it is. And they'll be flying up on Southwest, I imagine.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you, Alexa. You have a nice day. Appreciate the interview.